Hello, and welcome to Big Voice University. Today, I'm going to be talking about some tips that helped me to improve my singing voice and tips that I personally have used. I tried them, they're true, they work, and I'm really glad to share them with you. I have a rule about teaching voice, and my rule for all of my lessons is to never teach anything that hasn't worked on me. Never teach anything that I personally haven't done myself. And as a little disclaimer, you should know that I'm someone who was born with a natural singing voice, a gift of singing. I have a natural inclination to music. And these tips that I've practiced have still improved my singing voice. So it doesn't matter if you're a natural born singer or if you're a trained singer or both like me. These tips are going to be very effective for you. They're going to help you in your singing journey. And once you use them, you're never going to ever want to go without them because these are things that will help take your voice from an amateur level to a professional level or an intermediate or advanced or novice level to definitely a professional level. So let's start out with number one. The moment I stopped not warming up, I saw a big improvement in my voice. And the reason why we need to warm up our voices is because we need to get our muscles to be nice and loose before we go and try to sing. Singing is an extremely athletic endeavor, and all the muscles in your voice box need to be warm, just like a car engine needs to be warm in order to run efficiently, just like any athlete. Singing is athletic just as much. So we all need to be warmed up, and our voices need to be ready to handle that demand of all those muscles just moving around freely. What happens, unfortunately, is when we don't speak or we don't use our voices for some time, such as when we're sleeping or if it's late at night and our voice is at rest. Um, what happens is the muscles go into rest mode. The muscles in your voice, that includes the muscles in your body. That's why when we wake up in the morning, we want to stretch. It's the same thing with the voice. Every single day, we need to warm up before we sing. And ever since I started to employ this, my voice has gotten a lot better and I highly recommend it. The next thing on the list is, surprisingly, doing more cardio. That helped me with my lung span. I used to never be able to hold out long notes, never be able to hold out longer notes, and it was stressful. I found myself running out of air too soon. But when I started to do more cardio, my lungs got stronger and they were able to hold more oxygen or more air, thus giving me the ability to hold out notes longer. Now, of course, there were other exercises that I did to increase my lung span, but they all involve some type of breathing or some type of movement or activity. So if you're into cardio, good for you. You're already ahead of the game. But I recommend it, highly recommend cardio because it's great for your lungs, especially to get your heart rate up and to have your lungs, recycling air at a fast pace. That is a great thing for vocalists. All vocalists, doesn't matter the genre. Staying away from smoke. I don't know about you guys, but I'm very sensitive. My throat and my voice is extremely sensitive to smoke, any kind of smoke. So I stay away from it. I stay away from it because I want to protect my instrument. I have to protect my voice. So staying away from smoke is going to help you a lot, especially when it comes to your being able to hold out notes or just being able to sing gracefully and have your voice, have your lungs do what they need to do and have your voice operate at its best. You don't need smoke in your lungs, okay? So that's another thing. Warming up daily in the correct way. Because we could be warming up and warming up and warming up every day and our voice is not improved. Did you know there's a right and a wrong way to warm up? Yes, there is. If you have any questions about that, feel free, drop a comment below. I'll be glad to answer your questions. Doesn't matter what they are when it comes to singing, feel free to drop the questions. Warming up daily, oh my God, it changes the game. If you try to sing without warming up, that's one thing. But you skip your daily warm ups, your voice is going to decline and you'll see it and you'll feel it. But the good thing is you can work back towards getting your voice in better shape. So I recommend daily warm ups and for 20 to 25 minutes each. Next was the singing harder and more advanced songs. And I don't mean singing hard as in using more effort. I mean singing songs that were more difficult. Like when I heard a song and I said, wow, this song is challenging. I don't know if I'll be able to sing it. That's the song I'm choosing because it's aspirational. It's going to help my voice improve and it's going to give me new objectives and new challenges to basically accomplish so that I can improve my singing voice. And I'm telling you, every single time I come out with a better voice. One of the songs that I had a hard time with when I first heard it, I automatically knew like that it was going to be hard to learn was Plastic Off the Sofa by Beyonce from the Renaissance album. What a beautiful song. I think every vocalist should learn it, especially if you're into agility and you want your voice to be agile and you want to be able to sing throughout different registers very quickly. I 1000% recommend Plastic Off the Sofa by Beyonce. Another tip. Don't underestimate this one. This one is so good. Singing in the mirror. If you think that just singing, practicing in your living room or practicing in the studio is enough, you're wrong. You got to get in that mirror and look at your reflection and see how you appear. You got to see how you appear, see what you're giving. And it's going to really help you to be more aware of what you're doing wrong. It's going to help you to more easily point out the flaws in your technique. So definitely get in the mirror. It is so good for you. Listening to my voice has helped me tremendously. Now, in the beginning, before I learned voice pedagogy, I did not know how important it was to listen to my voice. I used to do it, but it just felt more like I was listening for for critique purposes. And then when I actually learned voice pedagogy and I learned to look at voice through a more technical and a more troubleshooting standpoint, I was able to not just criticize and say, oh, I don't like this, I'm scrapping it, I want to start over. It allowed me to really point out all the flaws and assess what I was doing wrong and identify it. So singing in the mirror and listening to my voice was like two huge game changers. Highly recommend. And if you're already doing that, kudos to you. Very good. Learning breath. See, you have singing, right? And then you have breath. You have performance and you have the song. Breath is its own thing. Breath is its own animal. That's why we got to be doing our cardio and staying away from smoke and doing our warm-ups. Breath is woo. If you can win at breathing the correct way when you're singing, you have done 60 to 75% of the work that you need to do as a vocalist. And maintaining all that good breath. And when I say breath, I mean knowing what to do, knowing how to properly inhale and exhale, and doing it gracefully and doing it efficiently, and actually using breath as the vessel that it is for your voice to just flow through. When you can master that, you've done an amazing job. Whenever I'm working with my voice students and my artists, that is one of the main things. That is the very first thing that I work on with them is breath. So important. And then there were so many more things that I've done to help improve my voice, but those are the main things. And I'll probably do a part 2 on this video. Just let me know if that's what you guys want to see, and I'm more than glad to give you some more. But I'm going to leave you with this because these are the main things that you want to work with when improving your singing voice. And you want to be committed to these things. Be committed so you can really, really see the results, because the outcome is very, very much worth it. Good luck on your entire singing journey. I know you're going to do very well. I know if you're watching this video, then that means you're dedicated to the craft and you're willing to learn, and you're going to do great. Happy singing. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.